Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on how to find for Kaiserreich. We are back at this again because I missed this game after I've not playing it for a long time. I didn't miss it, I just was, well, a bit bluntly, I didn't miss it, I just, was like, it's time to go back and check shit out. So pretty much new DLC came out, played it, tried to record it, but as it turns out, it's boring, it offers nothing new that hasn't been done yet before in, well, you know, mods. And the features, the small features added are pretty pointless. But anyways, we are here back in this again, and we are going to go through our research over here. Pretty much go through the basics and shite. There we go. We'll go ahead and build some nice thingies in our most developed provinces. There we go, that should do for now. Let's just maybe only like build 11. Well, then we'll see what we can do. We have a lot of things. We will put some into this. We'll put a full guy on that. Or maybe that. We'll get some towed artillery. Some support equipment. And do we need motorized? I'm not sure. How about we put some into light tanks? Because we can. We also have a lot of naval dockyards. Let's put some into convoys. And let's put some into destroyers. And a lot, and 10 to light cruisers. There we go. Let's build a massive light destroyer fleet. Just wasting numbers. But anyways, let's give these guys a proper field marshal. August von Mackensen. Get on that border, please. Oh yeah, we need a thingy. Imperial restructuring, the Eastern Promise. Organize the youth. Some experts have suggested the best solution against the current lawlessness in our nation youths would be organizing them so that they can learn new skills and use their energetic energies for the public good. The Pathfinder organization would require increased spending for such an endeavor. This is Institute of Verdeckte Rijkspolizei. Ban French organizations. Schleicher, what was this? The Kaiser made from Kaiserreich's Chancellor due to his promise secure Germany against threats both from Democrats as well as the Junkers. However, now that he has his office, Schleicher has been restaffing important offices and making contracts with Junker companies. And some people whisper about a sinister plan to get the Junker into power after all. Oh. They banned the Reichstag. The German Sonderweg. And the Prussian constitutionalism. This is no real thingy. Let's get imperial restructuring because I think that's the only thing we do. Oh, we can also get the state of economy. Military expansion. So here's the thingy. Let's first of all go with this. Just again, undersigned divisions. Let's get you. Oh, this is a garrison unit. Your goal will be just this fallback line over here. Hold that line. I don't think there will be any problems over here yet. Anybody else? Crete. Oh yeah, Crete is also a protectorate of ours. We have very heavy fleet over here. Your goal will be the same as well. Let's add you to here. Let's also give you a fallback line order. There we go. We have one over here. Oh my. This one heavy fortified position right there. That's some garrison. Fallback line. Did that? Yeah, that deleted all of our orders. For fuck's sake.
Angetreten.
Fleta over here has a level 3 air base and a very heavy naval base. However, I think here Cleon might have a little bit of a bigger naval base. No, it doesn't, but for some reason it does have more shit. This over here is not in danger yet. So we'll go ahead and put him on protection duty of the port. Now, how do these divisions actually look like? Templates very weak, very weak. Might add some flesh onto that. You know what I'm saying? You get a fallback line over here. Get assigned to it. Oh, not all of you. Fuck! I accidentally added all of you. Fun have it. Get out of that. Get out of that. But this is gonna be hard to find. Here we go.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
I'm just going through these guys right now. Djibouti over here. Add him to this. Fallback line. I'm just gonna protect all these little colonies with fallback lines galore. There we go. Probably one over here as well. Yeah. There's 2 ports over here. I don't think we have to fear from invasion here yet. However, we'll go ahead and put a fallback line over here. And I'll have to remember that we actually need some more shit over here. Over here. Add that and protect your old port you're on right now. Well, just, you know what? You delete that. And you should go over, just desert that part of the war, if it comes to war. Just go over there. Singapore, which has been renamed. We will go ahead and very heavily defend. With 1 full division. Oh god damn it, not again. I did again. I didn't give you any warning whatsoever, so everybody's been unassigned. We're just trying to do this right now, and oh my god, they deleted it. No. Why can't you get out of it? Get out of it. There we go. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna go through all these. I'm going to pause. Hold on. Okay, so we're back. Accidentally I'm paused for a second there, but that doesn't matter. It's only on speed 1. Thank you, Kaiserreich team. Great job. You're going to know everything. Everything! But anyways, oh, you probably don't. Yeah, I probably forgot one of them. Again, these aren't really important parts of my empire, but I would at least like to have some shit around. But anyways, you're on low manpower, of course. You're low on some. You're low on, very much low on oil. Let's get our oil from Venezuela. Do not support the guys over in the United States, because the United States is going to descend to thing again. Constitution German Reich. After crushing defeat the Second French Empire by forces of the North German Federation, our constitution was signed in 1871 by the representatives of the North German Federation and the 4 southern German states. This constitution put the southern German states under the influence of the North German Federation, thus giving the enlarged entity a new identity as the Deutsches Reich. According to the constitution, the empire was a federation of 25 German states. The Buddhist Parasidium was held by the King of Prussia, who had the title of German Emperor. The Emperor appointed the Chancellor, the head of government and chairman of the Bundesrat, the Council of Representatives of the German states. Laws were enacted by the Bundesrat and the Reichstag, and the imperial diet elected by male Germans above the age of 25 years. However, it is the Emperor, not the Bundesrat or the Reichstag, who leads the power of the German Empire, with an option to dissolve the Reichstag on a whim. It is clear that the main political power of the German Empire rests not in the Reichstag, elected by the people, but in the hands of the non-elected German Emperor. Another issue is the Prussian 3-class voting system, which has remained unchanged since 1849. 6 years after the founding of the Kaiserreich, liberals and social democrats are growing increasingly disgruntled with the state of things, and our constitution may see large revisions in the next few years. A constitution guarantees stability at least. So I went through all these guys. I'm gonna give them a nice thingy. Nice general. There we go. August from Mackinson is going over here. It's supposed to be 5 as we usually do because there's nothing else to do. Social Democrats, there's some list here, but that doesn't matter. Last destination of President Kerensky, as usual. Profits from delegation status, let the money flow. Over the crown of King of Britain. State of the economy. There we go. Okay, but anyways, Rijksarbeidsdienst, approach Poland. The sale of Ceylon, imperialist bastard. Like the Kaiserbund. Also, you can Sierra Leone, Madagascar, Ceylon. He's Morocco, he's Sierra Leone. Anyways, let's get imperial restructuring. While it's undeniable the German Empire is the greatest nation to ever grace the pages of history, there's always room for improvement. In light of recent shortcomings of our policies, we should look into the various changes and reforms we can make for a better future. So, democracy in Prussia, restore the Bundesrat. Okay, paying the Brest-Litovsk reparations. With stagnation of our economy and worsening conditions of our citizens during 1935, our government has decided that in order to restart our economy needs additional cash. Only available option to amass sufficient capital is to help our economy was to force the Russian state to prematurely repay the remaining reparations from the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. During the Berlin Conference in November 1935, President Alexander Kerensky, together with Prime Minister Pavel Milyukov, were forced to accept the premature payment of Brest-Litovsk reparations. With drastic austerity measures, the Russian government was able to prematurely pay the remaining parts of its reparations, as they were agreed in the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. Excellent. Now, austerity measures. Oh God. Piotr Wrangel is in charge. Oh God. There goes the thingy. German citizens panicked by the collapse of the Berlin stock market are rushing to make banks runs to withdraw their assets. The banks cannot afford to give out such sums, and many are in danger of collapse. Many are clamoring for immediate government intervention to stabilize this unprecedented financial crisis. Close banks temporarily. Guarantee the holdings of private individuals. Do nothing. Close the banks temporarily. During the time of great crisis, the agricultural sector of German economy is one of the most vulnerable to turmoil. With this in mind, several Junkers representing the landed nobility of the Kingdom of Prussia have asked for protectionist legislation and subsidies to their production. By imposing tariffs on foreign produce, we will strengthen this important sector of the Reich's economy. Such a measure is likely to cause further damage to the economy of our neighbors, however, as they are greatly independent in trade with Germany. The wheat crops in Ukraine are particularly vulnerable. Respect our peasants. We must protect our own peasants, not theirs. This time Afghani war as per usual. Used that already. Black Week comes to an end. The situation hardly improved in the days following Black Monday, which was the start of what became known as the Black Week. Panic selling of stocks reached an all-time high as people tried to dump their stocks before they became worthless. When the Berlin stock market closed at the end of the week, the market was as dead as the 11 major economic experts and top executives in Germany had committed suicide. The German government had to act. We must reform the economy. Good dog, that's good for us. Poland declares a republic. After several high-profile terror attacks in Poland and the near total collapse of their economy, a large group of high-ranking Polish officials have released a statement declaring the creation of a new Polish republic. The declaration was met with immediate declarations of support from many government branches, and it appears that the new republic has taken control of most of the countries with almost no bloodshed. The Regency Council, the former ruling authority in Poland, has been dissolved, and the question of the next Polish king left forever unanswered. The people have rallied around the new republic, and the country's new future appears bright. There's a republic now, which is just an empty room, the same. So they went with confidence stability. Oh God, they went with. So they went with doing this, New Poland. Hold free elections. Join the Entente, look to Russia. They can join me, I guess. God damn it. This means, I hope they don't join the Entente. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter in the long run. Because I don't see me going to war with the French Republic and the Entente in that at all. I worry more about the Commune. Actually, is there a way for them to go like full on? This is military, victory of the people, so they can actually go with the victory of the people. Hauptstadt terrorizes the cities. With the devastating economic situations, many families struggle to earn their daily bread, and social security net is strained beyond the breaking point. Now, in the last weeks, the streets of many German cities have been increasingly terrorized by gangs of teenagers. These Hauptstädte steal products from the markets and shops, and often money from innocent pedestrians, or commit acts of vandalism to escape boredom and frustration. More and more citizens do not feel safe anymore on the streets. My God, shocking! First International Congress. The Reds are mean to coordinate their activities, which are definitely aimed against all that we have established in Europe. Following our victory in the Weltkrieg, you must watch this meeting and analyze its results closely. Now, I couldn't go with this. However, I think organizing the youth is important. Yes, you take that. Organize the youth. You need to organize the youth so you can get rid of quench militaries. By the way, we have a few things here. Victory of the Weltkrieg, which is horrible. Do you see? Britain was made out to be decisive, so the class over here. Should have actually read that event. The aftermath of Black Monday is important because you need to get rid of with all this. But what we also need is to be able to get rid of French militarism, because over here we have French militarism, which gives a global population minus 0.70%, which is not good. We need to organize the youth. Women's suffrage. Stole the Bundesrat. The enterprise Russian constitutionalism. All these fun things happening. Now, actually, now that I think about it, what we could do is retreat. Now, you see, these areas are very vulnerable because of, well, how easily they are to be attacked. If I created a backup line, not maybe just immediate attack, just have a backup line, just to create like a line of forts over here, like get the Rhineland, like just make all this land fall, and if we have to, we can retreat. That's actually a pretty good idea. How's construction going after Black Monday? Oh, we're still constructing. Nothing to worry about there. Increasing activity of the suffragist movement. Lately, there has been a rise in activity of the supporters of women's suffrage. There's those who want to grant women the right to vote and to run for office. In these troubled times of the German Empire, it's not easy to choose the best solution. Granting them with what they ask would anger the more conservative elements of our government, especially the members of the Reichstag, currently elected by universal male suffrage. On the other hand, a stern refusal followed by reprisals may lead to riots and more protests, especially in the more liberal states that already permit female voting in regional assemblies. A cause worth supporting. Promote something but do nothing. A cause worth supporting. Of course we'll give the women the right to vote. They're only human. The Arab Congress. Pinned by Arab nationalists in Egypt, the Arab Congress is event in Cairo, where delegates from all Arab nations convene to discuss the situation and preservation of Arab culture and identity. Unfortunately, this awakened unwanted nationalism in our Arabic-speaking provinces. We should keep an eye on this issue. Growing concentrated industry, as we usually support these colonies in Africa. Ever since the end of the World Greek officials, both in Berlin and Dar es Salaam, have had their designs about expansion to the Vrijstaat Middle Africa. Most of these plans involved the annexation of the Portuguese colonies in Africa, most notably Angola and Mozambique. True geopolitical anomalies. Foreign enclaves within the mighty and huge German colonial holding. Only the peace with honor accords, which preserved the colonial empires of the Entente passed after the Great War, has prevented the annexation of these territories. During the 1920s and the early 1930s, Berlin officially abandoned these expansion plans and instead started to rebuild good relations with Portugal. The recent discovery of new major oil fields on the coast of Angola, however, has changed the whole situation, with Germany currently depending on oil supplies from Romania, Persia and Azerbaijan. Having a steady source of petroleum within our colonial empire would be a true bliss for the German economy. The Staathalter of Middle Africa has brought this matter to our attention and seeks our response. Trying to pursue his expansionist agenda, however, would ruin our relations with Portugal, which is one of the few stable anti-syndicalist countries in Europe and could be a true ally in coming war against the Internationale. Well, you see, Portugal usually loses. Because, well, they always lose against the Kingdom of Spain. Also, they always join the Entente. So give him the green light. Is there actually like oil in Angola in this game? There's discovery of oil, but there's no actual like. I mean, there's no actual in-game oil. Makes no sense, but whatever. Liberia is still a thing. So it's Abyssinia. Hold on. I have something to research. Let's get the radio. There we go. So the Emirates of Afghanistan is losing horribly, as is usual. Quetta has already fallen. Or Herat. Quetta has already fallen. So it is Peshawar. Organize the youth. There we go. And holy shit, we just got a massive boost of manpower. Die Freie Arbeiterunion Deutschlands has been a troublesome organization. By embracing them and finally allowing them to operate unhindered, we could maybe make sure that they don't radicalize further. But we have organized the youth now. What should we do? Let's get the Kaiser Wilhelm Society, simply because I want to have that extra research thingy. They sent a white beast, but it was just a you know, event. So this guy's still in charge. Because syndicates achieve Italian majority. Fifth colony is blah, no surprise there. So this guy's main in power. The Italian Federation is not. It's not aligned. The revolution in Siam. Yesterday, a successful. Oh God, Siam. Yesterday, a successful revolution was achieved in Siam by a clique of officers from South Canada. The editor-in-chief of police were placed under arrest, and the king, who was not in Bangkok when the coup was carried out, returned to the capital and accepted the fate accompli. The present upheaval in Siam is evidently a political expression of the malaise produced by the pressure of the economic crisis, that they tried to move themselves from absolute monarchy towards self-government. After securing a parliamentary constitution, whether if the operational government set up by themselves will prosper or develop into dictatorship is still up in the air. Interesting. So there's been a coup. Looks like the online is still in charge, so Russian Republic declared war on Soviet Union. Oh God. The Second Russian Civil War. Mere 20 years ago, in the last years of the World War, the Russian Empire collapsed into turmoil, ripped apart between nationalist movements, the whites and the reds. After German intervention, the Republican government defeated the Bolsheviks. It appears that the Russian revolutionary spirit was not extinguished. After ineffective land reform by the Kerensky government and austerity measures to pay off the Brest-Litovsk reparations, as well as the crisis in the government after the president's assassination, the states in the western part of the nation have been engulfed with the red tide once more. Will Bucharin's Soviet Russia prepare? Will Bucharin's Soviet Russia prevail? Will loyalists of the Soviet government defeat the dissenters the second time? Bukharin. You can send 5 divisions over. Let's send some motorized divisions over if you have any. So by type. God damn it, oops.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung!
Go and send over some regular infantry. Or maybe we should send over some more. Some cavalry. There we go, very fast thingy. We'll get a urban Rommel still thing. Who should we get? Winter attrition, there we go. Commander Edward Dietler will be sent over to Russia to help out. Send volunteers. Don't want Soviet Russia to actually win this war. I mean, Russia has a lot of troops, sure, but the economic centers. Send them volunteers. I literally just send them volunteers, but whatever. Oh, we can start training troops, right? Oh, it's definitely a good idea to start training troops. Infantry divisions, normal infantry divisions don't actually have mid-artillery yet. Let's get the mid-artillery units. There we go. Start training 5 of them for now. Saying is settled by saying recent crises have caused even more havoc in this region, so our presence there is still in danger. So they took some land. Bertolt Bresk asked for visa. For some time now, Seneca's sympathisers from the Rhineland have been going abroad to help their comrades in their various conflicts around the world. Today, the famous underground writer Bertolt Brecht has announced his intent to join these international divisions. We could let him go, which would most likely inspire quite another few Senecas to go abroad after him, or we could confiscate his passport and prohibit him from leaving the country. It would maybe weaken the Seneca's cause, but also cause tremendous outrage. Let's hope he flees in Russia. He will reconsider. We will not send him in. There we go, the 5 divisions have arrived. Where did they arrive exactly? There they are. So right now they are in Moscow, so let's just all put them in one province over here. Let's hope for a real quick breakthrough. I don't think you have any tank divisions. I didn't actually check. No, our entire army is made up out of we just have cavalry and fucking Don't wait for the, like, as you can see, the Russians do not have that much. So I hope for a quick breakthrough. We are very experienced. Let's get these motorized some very good experience. Russian Republic has won Finland very well. It's not good, but whatever. These are Russian provinces that we're recapturing from the side over here. So a real quick breakthrough. There we go. We'll immediately go on in. But anyways, we're gonna have to end this episode, ladies and gentlemen, because we are already on 30 minutes and I don't want to go through reading this entire thing over here at the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed, just drop me a like in those comments right down below. Oh shit, oops. Oops. Well, let's just go back in time. Let's go back in time a little bit. I'm sorry for that accident. But anyways, if you enjoyed, just drop me a like in those comments right down below. For instant more shit like this, just subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.